everyone. This is Robert.
And this is Jessica.
With Exploring the Local Life. And we want to know, what's that smell? We're going to talk about a few things that living in an RV you're going to come across. First off, when you're living in an RV, everything, all the smells that you have in your house are going to be a little bit more apparent because you are on top of it and in it. And sometimes it will be stunning, sometimes it will be subtle, but in any event, you're going to want to be familiar with these smells.
This episode of Exploring the Local Life is brought to you by RVwithme.com. They connect RVers and landowners. RV owners can enter their desired destination and a list of nearby locations will appear. Landowners or RV park owners can list their sites and have RVers find them. That's RVwithme.com.
Okay, first off, on a technical note, Jessica.
So they have all these awesome gauges, right? That'll tell you your water level, fresh water tank level, your gray water, and your black level.
Good
so
luck.
You go and you click on them and they'll tell you whether they're full or not.
And then after a while, they just tell you they're full all the time.
And then they just stop working.
Yeah, so
very quickly.
Good use of that, right? Especially if you're boondocking or you're in a place where you have water but no sewer.
Yeah, it's very helpful. So what you start relying on things such as, well, yes, smell eventually, but sometimes also if your drain isn't draining, you're doing the dishes and nothing's going down, or like Daniel is like, I don't know why the sink, I'm trying to brush my teeth and the water isn't going down, Mommy.
Oftentimes, before you get to the level of water filling back into your sink or into your shower or your tub, you're going to have this wet newspaper smell. And if you're going along your daily duties in the RV, cleaning the house, taking care of the kids, watching TV, and you just start getting this wet newspaper moist smell, you want to check your gray tank.
Especially if you've already tried, like, okay, let's take out the trash.
Still.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's make sure, okay, all the dishes are done. The sink's cleaned.
You'll check your useless indicator. It'll say all full, like it did yesterday. But you want to look in your tub, look in your sinks. Is there water coming up, or is there already water in your bathtub?
Yeah.
If that's the case, go dump your gray tank. Call your dump service if there's a dump service that you rely on at your campsite. Get your portable waste tank and dump it out. Or if you're just keeping your gray tank valve closed, go ahead and pull that puppy. Get going.
If you're in sewer. So you want to turn on that fan in your bathroom, and that'll get all that icky smell out.
Yeah. Now, number 2, very related to that wet newspaper smell is, however, a darker smell. And we know what it is. It's the black tank.
It's the black tank.
So if the black tank has started filling up and you're smelling a little bit more, and those little blue dissolvable packets of black tank juice aren't doing the job anymore, it's time to dump that black tank. It's time to call the pump service to come get your black tank done. Or if you're at a campsite and you have sewer hookups, what we've learned from folks out there on the internet, and we have it in Canada ourselves, is never keep the black drain valve open because you'll just build up a pyramid of solid. So if you have it closed, you're building up the fluid so that then you can dump it and it'll all go out. That's your black tank. Unmistakable. However, if you have pulled your black tank and you still have an overpowering smell, you may have a poo pyramid. And we can't help you with that.
Yeah, we don't know. We'll have to do research. Hopefully not because of our own experiences, but we'll find out how you get rid of that. Flush the black tank, maybe? There's a black tank front?
Yes,
flush?
Actually, some RVs like ours does have a black tank flush water inlet. So in this case, what we do is we make sure that we are hooked up to sewer. We open the black tank drain valve, and then there's on the opposite side of the RV from our black tank drain, there's a little water connection. We turn on the hose, and it spins a little sprayer around, and it washes out the black tank.
Nice.
Yes. So if you smell blackness, take a look at it. Now, if you've done all these things, if you dump your tank, if you still have a persistently bad odor, you may need to get some of that bacteria stuff or a good wash. But if it's not draining out, you may need to seek the help of a professional.
And another tip, as we told you how to tell sometimes if your gray tank is full, usually will overflow. The thing with the black tank is usually when you flush, you'll notice a different kind of situation come up.
It also sounds different. With the flush itself, all the stuff going down the water sounds differently.
Yes, and obviously if you're flushing and things are coming back up,
Yeah, we've never gotten to that point.
Yes,
We've gotten really
we got
high.
really close. We got really close. We're like, oh, get your foot off of the thing real quick before.
Yeah, we almost got
And
into the bowl.
And running out and draining it. We didn't. There was no smell then. That was just a
Newbie. Okay, another more practical, immediate smell that you might have in your RV is when you're driving and you start smelling brakes. If you're going down the interstate, you have a line of semi-tractor trailers, you might smell some cooking of the brakes. So it's one of those things that when you do pull over at your gas station, if you continue to smell any brakes, it could be your truck or it could be your travel trailer. So what I like to do, if ever we've been on the road and we smell something, I smell something a little bit funny when it comes to smelly brakes, I get out, I look at the RV, do I see any smoking of any kind from any of the wheels? So that's always something unmistakable. It's going to be a very strange smell that you don't smell just going down the road normally.
unless you're in Colorado.
Unless you're in Colorado and you have a lot of mountains and you're really smoking those puppies. But yeah, that's why you always want to pull over if you smell it. In Colorado, you might be smelling something else.
Especially if you're stuck in traffic, people start getting bored, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so recapping the truck brake smell. If you smell it, check it. Another topic, another smell that we can talk about real quick. It's pretty common. If you're in an RV, you're going to smell it, but it's important to cover.
Propane. This is the smell I'm greeted with every time I light the oven. Every time. And I always have to run back and check and make sure that it's still lit and that I'm not just like gassing us.
Yeah, our pilot light's a bit of a pain in the butt to get going. So once we get it going, we remain a little bit paranoid to make sure everything's still going.
Yeah, it doesn't happen so much when I light the stove or when Robert lights the stove. It's just the oven. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, well, it throws out some free propane at the start. But yeah, always if you continuously smell it, make sure your batteries are up and your LP detector is functioning. If you have a carbon monoxide detector, make sure the batteries are functional and test those regularly as well.
Yeah, but even, and what he was saying, if you do smell it, go back and check it, because there have been a couple times that we've gone back and checked it, and yeah, indeed, the oven has gone out and it's just been gassing us. So, important.
We have pets, so if you have a sudden darkness that overcomes the RV, check the litter box. Or maybe if Fido has been out.
Yeah, and another thing with that is, I already mentioned that fan in the bathroom. Just run over there and turn that on. And basically, if you're going to go to the bathroom, go ahead and turn that on. Or if your kids are going in there, turn it on. Because the way the RV is set up, it just all becomes one smell.
Yeah.
One cohesive
So
smell.
kick that fan on and get it out.
Yes.
All right, so the last smell I want to talk about today, we're going to talk about a little bit, refers back to the first one, that wet newspaper type smell.
It's a little bit different, though.
Yes. It can have a little bit of paprika.
But it's just a moist smell. The other one is more like a moist rotting smell. This is more just like a moist.
Something's not right smell.
Something's
a
not
dank.
right smell.
So if you exercise a lot, you have sweaty workout clothes, it smells like a gym, then this is what we're talking about more to that degree.
Yes, and your first step is to check to make sure that those gym socks or whatever are not just in a corner festering.
If the kids were in the pool all day, in the lake all day, and they come back, they may have stuffed something underneath, something, a couch, a toy, whatever.
Who knows?
Check for it. However, if you can account for all your clothes and you see that it's not the kids' smelly socks,
And you've already been through this list of other potential smells.
and your
what
laundry's
smells?
done,
Yes.
you need to start looking for possible water leaks, any possible mildew, any possible mold, because the last thing that you want as an RV owner is to get water damage and get in a situation when it's going to start costing money. So where do you want to start looking?
Anywhere that you have like storage under beds, under cushions, under couches,
Under sinks.
any of those little sort of areas that you don't normally look under so much, that is where you need to start. That is
Exactly.
where you're going to find it.
And don't spare anything. Leave no stone unturned. Because if you can't track down that smell quickly, and then the next rainy day comes around, it's only going to make it that much worse, that much quicker. It will cost you so much money, and not only money, but time, wasted effort, and tears.
Yes, and make sure that if you're finding that, or even before you find it, get that dehumidifier. I know that we've talked about it before as something that we absolutely had to have, and we continue to say that. During the summer, your air conditioner should be pulling out a lot of moisture, but during the winter, it's just
during the winter has been a
Bad.
huge help for us.
Yeah.
Those are a few smells that you will encounter in an RV. If you have any other smells that you've encountered, any other war stories to share, please let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Shoot us a message.
Yes.
And always feel free to thumbs up, subscribe, like this video, and join the conversation. Like we said before, we like to engage with you. Let us know what you have to say. Now, if you want to be involved in a different way with us, we also have we are also on Patreon. If you want to be one of our patrons on Patreon, contribute a little bit to what we're trying to accomplish.
Yes, and in Patreon you will also get exclusive content, and at certain levels you'll get different kinds of swag. You will get stickers and T-shirts and all kinds of goodies, and conversations with us in a more private setting. So head on over to Patreon, and also you can purchase T-shirts and stickers
On our
and other
Redbubble
things
store.
On our Redbubble store if you don't want to become a patron.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's get engaged. I don't know why I said that.
It's fine.
Goodbye.
Bye.